I feel like Collider has got very cheap with its Soprano list, but we recently did 10 Soprano episodes that are considered masterpieces, and now it's time for the 10 greatest Soprano episodes of all time. Now, what I would argue is if there's 10 episodes that are considered masterpieces, then surely they're the 10 greatest Soprano episodes of all time. But tell you what, I have an eagle eye, and I'll be able to tell you which ones appeared and which ones didn't. So let's dive into it. 10. College, yeah, college was in the previous list. I think this episode definitely changed the tone for The Sopranos, but I'm not going to sit here and lie, folks, and pretend that this episode is like one of the greatest things I've ever seen. I mean, I get it. It is like a revolutionary TV episode, right? But it's just Tony Soprano killing a guy who was an informant and ran it on his crew like 10 years prior to the meeting here. I mean, or reuniting, so to speak. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that this is the greatest thing of all time. I mean, it's a decent episode, can't dispute that, but that's where we're going to leave it. Into ninth spot, University. I actually believe this episode never got in to the previous one. This one's good because you get to see Meadow going to college, but on the flip side of it, you get to see Tracy, a pole dancer who gets killed by Ralph. And it's like a real like contrast, as it says. What's the word? Contrast Eden. It is. You know, you get to see Tony Soprano's kid go to college. You know, all that. You know, privilege, and then you get to see Tracy, the bargain basement privilege, the hee-haw, so to speak. Really liked this episode with Ralph. I thought it was good. Right, episode 8, Soprano Home Movies. Again, I like this episode. Was the So this was like a season premiere because, well, it was the beginning of the second half of season 6, but obviously it centres around Tony dropping the gun and then he retreats here to Janice and Bobby's like holiday home. And then Bobby's obviously tasked with killing the French guy, which he does. Then he returns home, picks up his daughter, and looks along the lake. You probably don't even hear it when it happens. You probably don't. Bobby, did you hear it when you got lit up in the toy store? Potentially, but I like this episode. Again, no complaints from me. Episode 7, well, not episode 7, 7th spot, whoever did this, season 4, episode 9. Again, this argument between Tony and Ralph is brilliant and it explodes into violence. And I really like the fact this episode is basically, you know, it was like Ralph's farewell to the show. And then, like, the last 20 minutes is Tony and Chris just getting rid of his body. Well, Chris is, like, drugged and drunked out, and Tony's also a bit drunk, isn't he, I believe, towards the end. Great episode. Episode 20 of season 6 makes 6th spot. The Blue Comet. Again, this is the penultimate episode. Bodies hit the floor. Bobby dies. Sil gets shot. I'll tell you what, man. The Blue Comet delivered in more than one way. We have to be fair. Number 5, Whitecaps. You know, it's not got massive deaths, but the breakdown of Tony and Carmela's marriage here is epic. But what I would say is, it's like, I understand why Tony and Carmela get back together because they kind of both need each other. I mean, I'd actually argue the case that fucking Carmela way needs Tony more, even if it is masked in a way that Tony needs her more. But yeah, this scene was fucking unreal between these two in the house. But again, I do think you have to take points away from it, from like the everlasting effect it had. Like, yeah, they broke up, but they got back together. Oh, Carmela slept with a teacher. Do we overly care? Probably not. 4th spot, Made in America, the series finale. Don't Stop Believing. Yeah, Tony, Carmela, AJ, sitting here in the diner, eating their onion rings. Got onion rings for a table. Don't stop. Don't stop believing. Motherfucker. Good episode. Pine Barrens. It was always going to be here. Yeah, this is stuff of legend, man. Like, if I was going to show anyone a Sopranos episode to convince them to watch the show, it would probably be this episode. And I don't think many people could complain with that, if we're being honest about it. Number 2, we've got long-term parking. Obviously, the end of Adriana. You know, kind of like the other end of it. I mean, again, if you want to show anyone the episode, I mean, you can show them this, but again, at the same time, big character deaths, you wouldn't want to show them that. But yeah, the end of the conclusion of Adriana's character, really tragic, but we kind of knew she was going to go. And yeah, best episode of season 5, and what an ending, man. Sad. And number 1, Funhouse. Not Bobby. Sal gets killed by Polly, Tony, and Sil. And I think that scene where these three kill him in the boat, coinciding with them killing him in the fever dreams. This episode's definitely the top of a lot of people's Sopranos episodes list. Anyway, guys, that is it. So yeah, I believe Funhouse didn't get into the or did it actually? I think I remember the image of the fish. Either or, that's the top 10 Soprano episodes ranked. Did you agree?